Good afternoon. I am Paula Adams, and I'm the assistant principal here at James A.Long Elementary. And it is my pleasure to welcome you here for our annual school spelling bee. The competition is going to begin in a few minutes, but at this time I would like all of our competitors to know who's in the building with us. We do have Mr. Mike McDaniel videoing for us from the district. We have Mr. Bud McInnes. He is one of our school board members. Thank you, Mr. McInnes, for coming. Miss Holly Pickens is another judge we have today from our school board, and we appreciate both of you being here. We have an official record keeper who keeps track of the words and the rounds and how far we get in each round, how many spellers spell in each round, and that is Miss Laura Yeomans from our district office. And she is one of our instructional coaches for the district, and we appreciate that she came to be with us today, too. I would also like to introduce you to Beth Nelson, our principal. And Miss Nelson is going to be the pronouncer. Guys, listen to me. If she says something and you truly don't register what she says, there is nothing wrong with asking her again, okay? Okay. Today we're going to have that great American tradition of the spelling bee, and I encourage you all, if you've never watched is it Akilah the Bee? What's the name of that movie? There's a movie, I'm going to have to look at the name for it. You've got to watch it. You've got to watch it, even no matter what happens today. Success in today's spelling bee is in the very beginning when you have that skill of memorizing words. So some of the words from the beginning of the spelling bee are going to be words that these kids have had the chance to either memorize or know them because of sight words or know them because of their skills in phonics and in reading instruction here at school. What becomes the true competition is the further we go along, you may hear words you don't know. That is when true skill comes out, when you put into practice all of those ELA lessons that you've had from kindergarten all the way up to 5th and 6th grade, okay? Before we begin, I'd like to spend a moment talking about the microphone. And I know that they went over it with y'all a little bit. Spellers, the microphone is important because it assists you in ensuring the judges hear your spelling. When it's your turn to spell, if you need to adjust the mic down or up, please do so. Make sure that it's a comfortable height for you. Before you begin to spell, please say the word. So if Miss Nelson says cat, please say cat. Okay? Once you have said the word, you can begin to spell the word. You are not going to be rushed if you need a second or two to think about it. Once you have said the word and pronounced the word correctly, you begin spelling the word. Enunciate each letter. Don't try to spell it extremely fast. Make sure that each letter is said specifically the right way. At the end of the bee, if all spellers in a round misspell a word, that round will remain in the competition and a new spelling round will begin. So with that said, and I don't know how much Miss Nelson told you, if we start here and she misspells the word, she's going to stay here. And then it goes here and he misspells the word. He's going to stay. Do you understand? Until we get through with the round. And then whoever missed it, because you got it right, when we get to you, those other ones will then go down, okay? So Miss Nelson will let you know when it's time to go down. Are there any questions on that? Okay. At the end of the bee, when you have two spellers left, do you know what happens?
They got to spell two words to get to win the round.
Okay. So what happens is you've got two spellers, and you're going back and forth, and you're both spelling the words. And all of a sudden, the first one spells an incorrect word. Once again, that person stays up here. The next person has to spell a word, and then that person has to spell another word in order to win the bee. Okay? All right, we will follow along through this. If you need any directions, Miss Nelson will be able to give you all the directions. Okay? On behalf of James A.Long Elementary, I want to thank everyone that's here. I want to thank you all for your hard work. And I want to thank our audience for sending us great kids to work with. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Nelson, and we will get started shortly. Thank you.
Okay, at this time, could we please have speller number 1 come up to the microphone? Okay, one more time. I'm just going to let you know that you can ask me to repeat the word at any time. You say the word, spell the word, and then say the word one more time, and then Ms. Yeomans will let us know if it's correct or incorrect.
Yes, ma'am.
Word number 1 is lid. The definition is something that covers the opening of a hollow container as a vessel or box. Gavin ran hot water over the lid to loosen the seal on the jar. Lid.
Lid. L-I-D. Lid.
Next speller. Hat. An office symbolized by or as if by the wearing of a special head covering. Once Dad put on his soccer coach hat, Jilly knew she'd be treated just like every other member of the team. Hat.
Hat. H-A-T. Hat.
Next speller. Part. One of the equal or unequal portions into which something is or is regarded as divided, something less than a whole. For the first part of the summer, Bitsy plans to sleep until noon every single day. Part.
Part. P-A-R-T. Part.
Next speller. Well. A pit or hole sunk as by digging, boring, or drilling into the earth. Well. Tarina and her friends raised money to help build a well in the neighboring village. Well.
Well. W-E-L-L. Well.
Next speller. Meet. To be introduced to or made acquainted with. Jax hopes to meet his new neighbor at the block party. Meet.
Meet. M-E-E-T. Meet.
Next speller. Word number 6 is gift. A special or notable capacity, talent, or endowment, either inherent, acquired, or given by a deity. Anyone who heard Estella play the cello would agree that she had a true gift. Gift.
Gift. G-I-F-T. Gift.
Next speller. Thing. An object or entity that cannot or need not be precisely named. Priya was offended when, instead of complimenting her new hair ribbon, Laurel asked, "What's that thing in your hair?" Thing.
Thing. T-H-I-N-G. Thing.
Next speller. Post. To publish, announce, or advertise. Ms. Deitz will post her students' grades when she is finished marking their tests. Post.
Post. P-O-S-T. Post.
Next speller, word number 9. Mess. A confused, untidy, dirty, unpleasant, or offensive state or condition. After hours of tidying, Lane's bedroom is no longer a mess. Mess.
Mess. M-E-S-S. Mess. Mess.
Okay, next speller, word number 10. Mink. Any of several slender-bodied, semi-aquatic carnivorous mammals that resemble and are closely related to the weasels. A mink will feed on fish, birds, eggs, and small mammals, especially rabbits. Mink.
Mink. M-I-N-K. Mink.
Next speller. Rush. A sound of or as if of swift movement. Delaney heard a rush of wings and turned to see a flock of swans soaring overhead. Rush.
Rush. R-U-S-H. Rush.
Next speller. Deer. Mammals that have 2 large and 2 small hoofs on each foot and antlers borne by the males of nearly all and by the females of a few forms. Gia thought that it was probably a deer who had chomped the tops off of her flowers. Deer.
Deer. D-E-E-R. Deer. Deer.
Okay, we're getting ready to start round number 2. And as we progress, the words get a little bit harder. Okay, we need our first speller. Much. A great quantity or amount or extent or degree, a great deal. The week after the flood, the mayor said in a speech that there was still much to be done. Much.
Much. M-U-C-H. Much.
Next speller. Logs. Sticks of wood cut for fuel as in a fireplace. Tricia added 3 small logs to the fire to keep it burning. Logs.
Logs. L-O-G-S. Logs.
Next speller. Same. Having one nature or individuality, of like nature or identity. Identical. Martina and Neri decided to wear the same outfit on the first day of school. Same.
Same. S-A-M-E. Same.
Next speller. Son. The male offspring of human beings. Julian's son looks exactly like him. Son.
Sun. S-O-N. Sun.
Next speller. Hike. A long walk undertaken for pleasure or exercise. The family went for a hike in the woods the day after Thanksgiving. Hike.
Hike. H-I-K-E. Hike.
Next speller. Tummy. Abdomen, belly, or stomach. The cat did not enjoy having its tummy rubbed. Tummy.
Tummy. T-U-M-M-Y. Tummy.
Next speller. Nook. A remote, secluded, sheltered, or out-of-the-way place or part. Matilda was excited to find a nook in the bedroom of her new home and immediately declared it her reading spot. Nook.
Nook. N-O-O-K. Nook.
Next speller. Lane. A narrow passageway between fences or hedges that is not traveled as a high road. William's house is separated from the main road by a winding lane. Lane.
Lane. L-A-N-E. Lane.
Next speller. Mice. Small mobile manual devices that control movement of the cursor and selection of functions on a computer display. Gertie has 2 mice for her computer, one for gaming and one for general use. Mice.
Mice. M-I-C-E. Mice.
Next speller. Idea, a preliminary plan, a project. Ricky knew to be wary when Lucy cried out, "I've got an idea." Idea.
Idea. I-D-E-A. Idea.
That's the end of round 2. Everyone is still in it. Oh, 13 and 14. Sorry. Okay, next speller. Gone, passed from one point to another that is regarded as farther away. Luther wanted to add cheesy bread to the takeout order, but Ronette had already gone to pick it up. Gone.
Gone. G-O-N-E. Gone.
Next speller. Upon, in a high position on. After noticing it was disappearing fast, Dad moved the candy to a spot upon the refrigerator. Upon.
Upon. A-P-O-N. Upon.
You can come have a seat. And we'll be beginning round 3. Okay, first speller. Your word is singing, the act or sound of one that produces musical tones by means of the voice. Mandy heard singing coming from the kitchen where her dad was washing dishes. Singing.
Singing. S-I-N-G-I-N-G. Singing.
Next speller. Oil. Liquids or solids easily liquefiable on warming. Juan drizzled olive oil on his salad and topped it with some fresh cracked pepper. Oil.
Oil. O-I-L. Oil.
Next speller. Track. Detectable evidence that something has passed, such as the wake of a ship, a line of footprints, or a wheel rut. Pasha followed the track left by the deer in his backyard. Track.
Track. T-R-A-C-K. Track.
Next speller. Slide. A chute with a flat polished bed sloping down from the top of a mounting ladder. Kadim's favorite part of visiting the playground was going down the slide. Slide.
Slide. S-L-I-D-E. Slide.
Next speller. Large. Exceeding most other things of like kind in bulk, capacity, or quantity. Hetty prefers large dogs because she says there is more of them to cuddle. Large.
Large. L-A-R-G-E. Large.
Next speller. Plates. Shallow, usually circular vessels as of china, wood, or plastic from which food is eaten. Isla set the table with cups, plates, and cutlery before dinner. Plates.
Plates. P-L-A-T-E-S. Plates.
Next speller. Cell, one of the compartments of a honeycomb. The queen bee lays one egg into each cell of a honeycomb. Cell.
C-E-L-L, cell.
Next speller. Beak, the bill of a bird. The beak of the sword-billed hummingbird is sometimes longer than its body. Beak.
Beak. B-E-A-K. Beak.
Next speller. Prize, having been awarded or being worthy of an honor or reward striven for in a competitive contest. Michael will not share the recipe for his prize blueberry muffins, but he will gladly bake a bunch for anyone who asks. Prize.
Prize. P-R-I-Z-E. Prize.
Next speller. Stopped, stood still, halted. The bus stopped at the corner. Stopped.
Stopped. S-T-O-P-P-E-D. Stopped.
Next speller. Turning, revolving mentally, thinking over, pondering. Moana was still turning the question of what she wanted to put on her birthday list when she fell asleep. Turning.
Turning. T-U-R-N-I-N-G. Turning. Turning.
Okay, with speller number 1, Damien. Pain, a state of physical or mental lack of well-being. After falling off the swing, Lolly felt pain in her ankle for 3 days. Pain.
Pain. P-A-I-N. Pain.
Next speller. Shelter, something that covers or affords protection, especially from the elements. Anna listed the basic needs of human beings as food, water, shelter, clothing, and the internet. Shelter.
Shelter. S-H-E-L-T-E-R. Shelter.
Next speller. Goals, the end towards which effort or ambition is directed. Aims or purposes. Amy set her goals early in life and worked hard to achieve them. Goals.
Goals. G-O-A-L-S. Goals.
Next speller. Floor, to knock down, to silence, to defeat. The manager knew the announcement would floor the staff, so she took a few days to prepare them for the news. Floor.
Information, please.
You want me to read it in a sentence? Okay.
Read the word.
Okay, the word is floor. It means to knock down, to silence, or to defeat. And in a sentence, it says, the manager knew the announcement would floor the staff, so she took a few days to prepare them for the news. Floor.
Floor. F-L-O-R. Floor.
Next speller. The word is gushed, poured, issued, flowed, or spouted, copiously or violently. Water gushed out of the hole in the aquarium. Gushed.
Can you repeat the word again?
Yes, gushed.
Gushed. G-U-S-H-E-D. Gushed.
Next speller. Foam, a light whitish mass of fine bubbles that is formed in or on the surface of a liquid by agitation. The ship's propeller turned the water into a foam that lingered in the wake. Foam.
Foam. Foam. Foam.
Next speller. Speech, communication or expression of thoughts in spoken words. August's assignment is to refute the claim that only humans have the capacity for speech. Speech.
Speech. SPEACH. Speech.
Everyone stays until the end of the round. Okay, the next speller may come on up. Booth, a small enclosure designed to hold one person at a time. With the advent of cellular phones, the phone booth is mainly used today as a way for visitors to gain access to the Ministry of Magic. Booth.
Booth. BOOTH. Booth.
Next speller. Matching. Pairing up or putting in a set as possessing equal or harmonizing attributes. Nestor's first step in selecting an outfit for the day is matching his socks to his hoodie. Matching.
Matching. MATCHING. Matching.
Next speller. Studied. Undertook formal application of the mental faculties to the acquisition of knowledge of a subject or course. Keisha studied math and statistics at a university. Studied.
Studied. STUDIED. Studied.
Next speller. Clutch. Successful in a crucial situation. Asia was a famously clutch player, and everyone was confident that she would sink the last free throw. Clutch.
Clutch. CLUCH. Clutch.
Next speller. Okay, could you please tell me which spellers are exiting this round? Speller number 1. China, earthenware or porcelain tableware. As soon as Justin saw the good china out on the table, he knew he was in for a long and boring evening. China.
China. CHINA. China.
Next speller. Search, an endeavor to find, ascertain, recover, or bring into view. Nadia went on a search for all the missing socks in the house. Search.
Search. SEARCH. Search.
Next speller. Creak, to make a prolonged grating or squeaking sound. Every part of the old house would creak when the wind picked up. Creak.
Creek. CREEK. Creek.
Next speller. Knife, a simple instrument used for cutting, consisting of a sharp-edged, usually steel blade with a handle. Maud used a paring knife to cut veggies. Knife.
Knife. KNIGH.
F.
I knew I messed up.
Next speller. Found. Came upon a material object by searching or effort. After searching everywhere they could think of, they finally found the dog's favorite toy under a couch cushion. Found.
Found. Found. Found.
Next speller. Blurted. Uttered abruptly and impulsively. Tyson hated it when someone blurted out the answer while he still had his hand raised. Blurted.
Blurted. Blurted. Blurted.
Next speller. Baskets. Various lightweight, usually wood containers in which berries, fruits, or vegetables are packed, shipped, or sold. Harry picked up a few baskets of fresh blueberries from the farm. Baskets.
Baskets. Baskets. Baskets.
Next speller. Focus. To concentrate attention or effort. Darla decided to focus her studies on early Irish poetry. Focus.
Focus. Focus. Focus.
Good job, that's correct. And I believe that's the end of round 5. And we have numbers 3 and 5. You did a great job. Thank you for joining us. So you want to come sit over here with your friends. Thank you so much. You did a great job. And this is the beginning of round 6. Okay, round 6. We have 6 spellers left. Speller number 1. Polish. To make smooth and glossy by a mechanical process, usually by friction, to give luster to. Madge will polish the silver before grandmother comes over for tea. Polish.
Polish. Polish. Polish.
Next speller. Detail. A part of a whole, such as a small and subordinate part, an item of circumstance. Though her sister dismissed it as an insignificant detail, Jenna felt the color of the icing must be a particular shade of lilac for their mother's cake. Detail.
Detail. Detail. Detail.
Next speller. Gusto. Vitality marked by an overabundance of healthy, positive, and often unrefined vigor and enthusiasm. Lottie approached painting with the gusto of one unrestrained by rules or schools of thought. Gusto.
Gusto. Gusto. Gusto.
Next speller. Alas, used to express unhappiness, sorrow, pity, or concern. Melissa's grand plans for her hamster's birthday party went, alas, terribly awry. Alas.
Alas. A-L-A-S. Alas.
Next speller. Salad, a cooked or uncooked food prepared with dressing and usually served cold. Inga made a delicious salad from artichoke hearts and smoked salmon. Salad.
Salad. S-A-L-A-D. Salad.
Next speller. Whiskers, the long projecting hairs or bristles growing near the mouth of an animal such as a cat or bird. Amari's new puppy always seemed to have crumbs in its whiskers after eating. Whiskers.
Whiskers. Whiskers. Whiskers.
That is the end of round 6. If number 6, you did a great job. Thank you so much. Good doing, everybody. And this will be the beginning of round 7. And we have 5 spellers left. Speller number 1, come on up. Goggles. Eye coverings resembling spectacles, but with shields at the sides and short projecting eye tubes with the glass fixed in the front end used to protect the eyes. As a good luck ritual, Ahmad always adjusts his goggles 13 times before mounting the starting block. Goggles.
Goggles. Goggles. Goggles.
Next speller. Feline, resembling or suggesting a cat in manner or quality, sleekly graceful. Serena moved through the ballroom with feline grace.
Feline. Feline. Feline.
Next speller. Reveal, to make something secret or hidden publicly known. Marilyn made a point to dramatically reveal her birthday wish list to her parents. Reveal.
Can you repeat the sentence, please?
Sure. Marilyn made a point to dramatically reveal her birthday wish list to her parents. Reveal.
Reveal. Reveal. Reveal.
Next speller. Embers, slowly cooling emotions, memories, ideas, or responses from past experience that are still capable of being enlivened. General Organa sought to stoke the embers of resistance to the First Order. Embers.
May you say the word again?
Yes, embers.
Embers. Imberst. Emberst.
Next speller. Aware, marked by realization, perception, or knowledge. Colin is aware that his room is messy and claims he will clean it soon. Aware.
Aware. Aware. Aware.
Good job, that's correct. And that's the end of round 7. Number 10, come on, join everybody. Thank you so much. You've done a great job. And we're going to begin round 8. Okay, round 8 begins with 4 spellers. Speller number 1. Wallet, a pocketbook that contains compartments for change, photographs, cards, and keys, and often has a snap or zipper fastener. A pickpocket at the airport cleverly snatched Remy's new leather wallet. Wallet.
Wallet. Wallet. Wallet.
Next speller. Texas, state in the southern U.S. bordering on Mexico and the Gulf of Mexico. Austin, the capital of Texas, is known for its eclectic live music scene. Texas.
Texas. Capital Texas. Texas.
Next speller. 40, being one more than 39 in number. Mrs. Gent celebrated the day she turned 40 years old by going to a rock concert held inside a baseball stadium. 40.
40. T-I-T-Y, 40.
Next speller. Wrenches, hand tools that usually consist of a bar or lever with adapted or adjustable jaws. For her birthday, Olivia asked for a new set of wrenches so she could help her dad build a swing set in their backyard. Wrenches.
Wrenches. W-R-E-N-C-H-E-S. Wrenches.
Okay, round number 9, speller number 1. Kitchen, the personnel that prepares, cooks, and serves food. Knowing the president had had a long day of summit talks, the kitchen sent up some of his favorite dishes for dinner. Kitchen.
Kitchen. K-I-T-C-H-E-N. Kitchen.
Next speller. Impolite, lacking in courteous behavior, in etiquette, or in consideration of others. Jane did not want to be impolite, but she was not staying in a hotel room that smelled like a sewer. Impolite.
Impolite. I-M-P-O-L-I-T-E. Impolite.
Next speller. Capture, to get control or secure domination of, to take over. Milo's plan was to capture the enemy base and then use it to launch a final devastating attack on his video game foes. Capture.
Capture. C-A-P-T-U-R-E. Capture.
Okay, round 10 with 3 spellers. Speller number 1. Circus, a spectacular public entertainment given usually in a large tent. After his first trip to see a circus, Jose could not decide whether he most wanted to become a clown or an acrobat. Circus.
Circus. C-I-R-C-U-S. Circus.
Next speller. Camera, a device that consists of a light-proof chamber with an aperture fitted with a lens and a shutter through which the image of an object is projected onto a surface for recording. The camera on Lynette's new smartphone takes extremely high-resolution photographs. Camera.
Camera. C-A-M-E-R-A. Camera.
Next speller. Ordinary, occurring or encountered in the usual course of events, not uncommon or exceptional, routine, or normal. The artist had a knack for taking ordinary objects and turning them into works of art. Ordinary.
Ordinary. O-R-D-E-N-A-R-Y. Ordinary.
Okay, so we have 2 spellers left. We are going to have a winning speller and we're going to have a runner-up. So those are the 2 students that are up here on the stage at this time. So congratulations to the 2 of you. Okay, round 11, word number 1 to speller number 1 is hull, the frame or body of a ship exclusive of masts, yards, sails, and rigging. When the new ship was named, a bottle of champagne was smashed on its hull. Hull.
Hall. H-A-U-L. Hall.
Okay, you stay up here on the stage. Next speller. Playlist, An official roster used for organizing a personal digital music collection. Aaron has a playlist of classical music to listen to while studying. Playlist.
Playlist. PLAYLIST. Playlist.
Okay, that is correct, and we have one more round. If she spells this next word correctly, then she is the winner. Okay? Trickster, a dishonest person who defrauds or cheats others by the practice of crafty, underhand ingenuity. A skilled trickster, Sonia conned her sister into giving her the larger piece of cake. Trickster.
Trickster. TRICKER. Trickster.
Yes. Yes, so now both spellers are back in the spelling bee. And speller number 1, come on up. Dire, demanding immediate action to fend off disastrous consequences. The school was in dire need of a technology upgrade. The computers still used floppy disks. Dire.
Dire. D-I-R-E. Dire.
Next speller. Sitcom, a radio or television comedy series that involves a continuing cast of characters in a succession of unconnected episodes. The popular sitcom focused on the lives of 6 friends living in the same apartment building. Sitcom.
Sitcom. SITCOM. Sitcom.
Okay, judges, I'm going to word 82. Okay, speller number 1. Scrolls. Causes text or graphics on a display screen to move vertically or horizontally, usually one line or column at a time, as if by unrolling a long strip, as of papyrus, leather, or parchment used as the body of a written document. Henry often loses track of the time while he scrolls on his phone. Scrolls.
Scrolls. S-C-R-O-L-L-S. Scrolls.
Next speller. Detect, to discover or determine the existence, presence, or fact of. As Jennifer kept her room very organized, she was quick to detect that her favorite teddy bear was missing. Detect.
Detect. DETECT. Detect.
Okay, we're in round 14, speller number 1. And this word could be spelled more than one way to be correct. The word is savor, to taste or smell with pleasure, to relish. Lena thought it was critical to savor each bite of food when dining out. Savor.
Savor. S-A-V-O-R. Savor.
Next speller. Eyesore, something offensive to the sight. The abandoned house with its broken windows and peeling paint was an eyesore in the otherwise well-maintained neighborhood. Eyesore.
Eyesore. EYESORE. Eyesore.
Okay, speller number 1. Scarf, a piece of cloth made in varying widths and lengths and worn for decoration or warmth across the shoulders, around the neck, over the head, or about the waist. Aisha wrapped the scarf more tightly around her neck to help keep the wind at bay. Scarf.
Scarf. S-C-A-R-F. Scarf.
Next speller. Pineapple, the fruit of a type of tropical plant. Unlike many other fruits, a pineapple will not continue to ripen after being harvested. Pineapple.
Pineapple. Pineapple. Pineapple.
Okay, speller number 1. Hedgehog. Any of several nocturnal Old World insectivorous animals that have hair mixed with prickles or spines. Excited to see a hedgehog in her garden, Prudence set up a night vision motion sensor camera to capture its activities. Hedgehog.
Hedgehog. Hedgehog. Hedgehog.
Next speller. Nile, a river 4,160 miles long in eastern Africa. Generally considered the longest river in the world, the Nile has been critical for trade, transportation, and crop irrigation in Egypt for thousands of years. Nile.
Nile. Capital N-I-L-E. Nile.
Okay, speller number 1. Inclined, bent the head or body forward, bowed. The father inclined his head over the crib, checking that the baby was sleeping safe and sound. Inclined.
Inclined. I-N-C-L-I-N-E-D. Inclined.
Next speller. Squints, looks suspiciously or with envy, malice, or disapproval. When Daisy's father is disappointed with her grades, he squints at them for a long time. Squints.
Squints. S-Q-U-I-N-T-S. Squints.
Okay, speller number 1. Wardrobe, a room or closet where clothes are kept or stored. Callista screamed when her father jumped out of the wardrobe. Wardrobe.
Wardrobe. W-A-R-D-R-O-B-E. Wardrobe.
Next speller. Irregular, failing to accord with what is usual, proper, accepted, or right. When the entire class wore their clothes backwards on Friday, the teacher could tell that something highly irregular was afoot. Irregular.
Irregular. I-R-R-E-G-U-L-A-R. Irregular.
Okay, speller number 1. Texture, the visual or tactile surface characteristics and appearance of something. Mai loved the texture of silk so much that she asked for silk pillowcases for her birthday. Texture.
Texture. T-E-X-T-U-R-E. Texture.
Next speller. Cringed, to draw back in fear. Elaine always cringed when her teacher started getting angry with the class. Cringed.
Cringed. C-R-I-N-G-E-D. Cringed.
Okay, round 20, speller number 1. Wizard, a genius or prodigy, especially in a particular field of endeavor. Darren has the reputation of being the class's math wizard. Wizard.
Wizard. Wizard. Wizard.
Next speller. Vibrant, pulsating with life, vigor, or activity. The nurse had a vibrant personality that could cheer even the most despondent patient. Vibrant.
Vibrant. V-I-B-R-A-N-T. Vibrant.
Okay, round 21, speller number 1. S'mores, desserts consisting usually of toasted marshmallow and pieces of chocolate bar sandwiched between 2 graham crackers. Frida's favorite part of the summer was roasting marshmallows for s'mores with her family. S'mores.
S'mores. S-M-O-R-E-S. S'mores.
My instructions say that the punctuation isn't necessary as long as the letters are correct. You got it correct. Great job. Okay, next speller. Basically, in fundamental disposition or nature. Alastair had always believed that people were basically decent, but then he met cousins on his mother's side. Basically.
Basically. B-A-S-I-C-A-L-L-Y. Basically.
Good job, that's correct. That's the end of round 21. We're beginning 22 with the same 2.
Okay, speller number 1. Jamestown, a ruined village in eastern Virginia, the first permanent English settlement in America, settled in 1607. If you visit Jamestown these days, you will see a lovely but inaccurately dressed statue of Pocahontas. Jamestown.
Jamestown. Capital J-A-M-E-S-T-O-W-N. Jamestown.
Next speller. Ogre, a hideous giant represented in fairy tales and folklore as feeding on human beings, a monster. Chloe wrote a tale about an ogre who lived under a bridge and feasted on every 10th person who crossed. Ogre.
Ogre. O-G-R-E. Ogre.
Good job, that's the correct. That's the end of round 22. Beginning 23 with the same 2.
Okay, speller number 1. Caverns, underground chambers, often large or indefinite in extent. A team of spelunkers is making an attempt to map the entire system of caverns.
Caverns. C-A-V-E-R-N-S. Caverns.
Next speller. Fidgeting, tinkering or playing nervously. The nervous substitute teacher was constantly fidgeting with his collar, a quirk the students were quick to imitate. Fidgeting.
Fidgeting. F-I-D-G-E-T-I-N-G. Fidgeting.
Okay, speller number 1. Dependable, trustworthy. When hiring, companies look for dependable employees who will complete their work on time. Dependable.
Dependable. D-E-P-E-N-A-B-L-E. Dependable.
Okay, next speller. Weird, curious in nature or appearance, of strange or extraordinary character, odd or unusual. Most episodes of Sherlock begin with a weird or puzzling event. Weird.
Weird. W-I-E-R-D. Weird.
So sorry, that's incorrect. And that is the end of round 24. Beginning 25 with the same
both spellers are still in the B because both spellers missed a word from that round. So speller number 1, come on up. Lavished, expended or bestowed with profusion. Monique lavished praise on her puppy for catching the frisbee. Lavished.
Lavished. Lavished. Lavished.
Next speller. Cobblestone, a smooth, rounded rock larger than a pebble and smaller than a boulder, once commonly used in paving a street and in other construction. The carriage horse stumbled over a loose cobblestone. Cobblestone.
Cobblestone. Cobblestone. Cobblestone.
Okay, speller number 1. Scrawny, lean, thin, ill-nourished. Aaron spent weeks nursing the scrawny puppy back to health. Scrawny.
Scrawny. SCRAWNY. Scrawny.
Next speller. Mutual, shared in common, enjoyed by each. William and his new neighbor quickly discovered that they had a mutual friend. Mutual.
Mutual. MUTUAL. Mutual.
Okay, speller number 1. Neptune, the planet 8th in order from the sun, used in astronomy. With winds that surpass 1,200 miles per hour, Neptune is easily the windiest planet in our solar system. Neptune.
Neptune. Capital M. EPTUNE. Neptune.
Next speller. Alibi, the plea of having been elsewhere at the time an act was committed. To support his alibi, Jake showed a video he made during his trip to Hawaii. Alibi.
Alibi. ALIBI. Alibi.
Speller number 1. Invasions, hostile entrances or armed attack on the property or territory of another for conquest or plunder. The Nazi invasions of neighboring countries were terrifyingly swift. Invasions.
Invasions. INVASIONS. Invasions.
Next speller. Adorned, decorated, added to the pleasantness, attractiveness, splendor, or beauty of. His shoes were polished, his hat was well brushed, and a lace handkerchief adorned his breast pocket. Adorned.
Adorned. ADORNED. Adorned.
Okay, round 29, speller number 1. Telescope, an optical instrument for viewing distant objects by means of the refraction of light rays through a lens. George watched the lunar eclipse through the telescope. Telescope.
Telescope. TELESCOPE. Telescope.
Next speller. surrounded, formed a ring around. The trees surrounded the cabin and gave it a peaceful, secluded feeling. Surrounded.
Surrounded. SURROUNED. Surrounded.
Okay, now we go to speller number 1. And would he have to spell 2 words correctly to be the winner? Okay. Your word is Juneteenth, the 19th day of the 6th month of the year, observed as a general holiday, especially in Texas, in celebration of the anniversary of the emancipation of slaves in the state. Every year, the town celebrated Juneteenth with a parade, a festival, and a concert.
Juneteenth. Capital J U N E T E E N T H. Juneteenth.
Okay, please stay at the microphone. If you can spell one more word correctly, then you would be declared the winner. The word is sardine. Any of several small or immature fishes that are suitable for preserving for food. Destiny's cat, Mr. Picky Pants, refuses to eat unless Destiny tops his cat kibbles with a finely diced sardine. Sardine.
Sardine. SARDINE. Sardine.
Hey, this was an awesome spelling bee that lasted longer than an hour. Damien and Faith, you both did a wonderfully awesome job, and so did all of our participants. Damien Wiley is the winner of our spelling bee, and Faith Dinkla is our runner-up, and we are very, very proud of what you've done today. Thank you so much. Thank you to our judges and all of the people who joined us today. Thank you. And this concludes the end of our spelling bee. Thank you.